All right, guys, what Warren Buffett said over Bitcoin. Okay, we'll go over what he said. We'll go over among your comments on Bitcoin, and we'll go over how I feel about it. We don't need to go to the charts. I'm going to do more charts on Bitcoin tomorrow, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But right now, we'll just be over the news. Okay, so make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe if you are new, and let's get straight into what Warren Buffett said. Okay, crypto enthusiasts sniff that Buffett man monger comments on Bitcoin. It took them decades before they decided to invest in Apple, one analyst said. Okay. Now, this is MarketWatch. Thank you to MarketWatch for giving us this data. Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger doubled down on their criticism of Bitcoin at Berkshire Hathaway's annual shareholders meeting Saturday, while crypto enthusiasts appear unswayed. Right? So, before this even starts, you don't want anybody swaying your opinion on anything, right? You need to do your own due diligence, your own research, and have your own reason why you're in something, right? So, Buffett, chairman and chief executive of Berkshire's, reiterated his view that Bitcoin is not a productive asset and is not linked with anything tangible. Whether it goes up or down in the next year or 5 or 10 years, I don't know. But the one thing I'm pretty sure of is that it doesn't produce anything Buffett said. And that's okay. Everybody's to their opinion. I don't agree with that, right? So, should we be worried? I'm going to tell you guys at the end. Just make sure you stay tuned. Buffett said he would pay $25 billion to own 1% of our farmlands in the US, or another $25 billion for 1% of all apartments and houses in the country. But if you told me you own all of the Bitcoin in the world and you offered it to me for $25, I wouldn't take it. I don't agree with that at all. I would take that for sure. Bitcoin at $25 is a no-brainer. I'll buy it all. If they said I could buy it all, $25, I'll be buying as much as I can, cash available. Okay, I'll buy it all. I wouldn't take it because what would I do with it? I have to sell it back to you one way or another. Isn't it going to do anything Buffett said? Munger went further on criticizing the asset. In my life, I try and avoid things that are stupid, evil, and make me look bad in comparison to somebody else, and Bitcoin does all three, he said. Munger said Bitcoin was stupid because it was likely to go to zero, evil because it undermines the role of the Federal Reserve and the financial system and makes the U.S. look foolish relative to the communist leader of China who officially moved to ban Bitcoin. The pair's past criticism has obstructed borrowers from crypto enthusiasts, with venture capitalist Peter Thiel recently calling Buffett an enemy of the digital asset and part of a financial bureaucracy. I can't even say that word. I'm not going to try. Working to undermine Bitcoin's adoption. That's the big thing right there, right? They're so used. They're old. Okay, I have much respect for Buffett, but they're just old. They understand the world is going to progress. How we pay for stuff is going to progress. How we do stuff is going to progress, and not just going to stay at the same thing, right? Or there would be no progress in the world. We just be stagnant, right? Something's always going to change in the world. I think people just don't like seeing that. Buffett and Munger's views are understandable from their perspective, said Eric, co-founder and chief executive at Injective Labs, core contributor to digital exchange protocol Injective. After all, they're not exactly the most technology-forward investors in the space, and they certainly lived on most of their growth strategies based on a traditional approach when it comes to investing. That's very true. As a matter of fact, I think that goes more towards that the affirmation that the space is really disrupting something, according to Chimp. That's very true. If Buffett and them are getting worried about it, that means it's disrupting something. That means it's doing its job. From their understanding of financial market and financial infrastructure overall, fiat currencies, especially the dollar, is probably what they base everything on. Chen also argued that the crypto ecosystem is much broader than Bitcoin. Blockchain technology overall provides a lot of fundamental infrastructure to build things on. Yes, it does, just like NFTs built on Ethereum. It's not just any type of investable assets, but it's also known with a lot of amazing utilities, Chen said. David Twell, president and co-founder of crypto asset fund ProChain Capital, compared Buffett's view on Bitcoin to his reluctant embrace of tech stocks. It took Buffett decades. It took Buffett decades before they decided to go ahead and invest in Apple. Twelve said Berkshire Hathaway started investing in Apple in 2016, while it stood as an investment, the company's largest holdings as of the end of the first quarter. Right. So it took them 10 years to invest. Now they're the largest holder. So it probably takes them a while to go to stuff. Like I said, they're just not used to change. Taking Buffett's views on Bitcoin or crypto as a record of truth is like asking Shaq for learnings on how to become a pro baseball pitcher. You just want to do it. Buffett has never been a tech investor. Very true. So we're not going to read the article, but that was the main things that I wanted to go over. Am I worried? No. If I was to get Bitcoin at $25, would I buy it? Yes. Am I going to keep buying cryptos? Yes. It's just one man's opinion. Make sure you do your own due diligence. Make sure you know why you're in the space. And then that's all that matters, right? Whatever you believe in, make sure you go for it. This is just what Buffett said and Munger said. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram, will.knowledge. Let's get me over 1,000 followers. We are getting there, so thank you. Make sure you come follow me. That's it for the video. Thank you guys. Always remember, no recommendation to buy or sell anything. Don't forget to smash that like button. And always remember, no recommendation to buy or sell anything, just for educational purposes only. So do not trade anything you see or hear in the video. And I'll catch you guys in that next one. Bye.